Next question says, hey bruh, I'm leaving for the Navy in a couple of months. I found you off YouTube. I'm going in at the age of 28. Don't ask why. Just know I went through a lot of bull. Do you have any advice for a ninja like me? Let's get started. What's poppin' YouTube? 911 the Baby Goat. Welcome to the Goat Farm. I got something for you. In celebration of this channel reaching a 3,000 subscriber threshold, I've decided to do my first Q&A video. That's right, I'm answering your questions that you guys have sent me either through Super Chat, through the channel, or through my Instagram at 911 Baby Goat. Feel free to follow me there if you want to. I'm normally posting random so you can kind of see what my day-to-day life is in the Navy. If you sent me a financial super chat of $5 or above, I tried my best to make sure that that question was in this video, because while this channel is dedicated to help everyone, I definitely want to make sure that the people that financially support me get my attention first and foremost. It's only right, you know? If you enjoy Q&A videos from your favorite content creator, be sure to like this video so they can reach out to more audiences. And for the future, make sure to drop down in the comment section below any questions that you may have. Who knows, there's a possibility that question could show up when we hit our 4,000 subscriber mark. The first question comes from Chill Dude. It says, hey man, is the military that challenging mentally? I'm 25 and me and my girlfriend was thinking about joining together, but I don't want to fuck my life up also from making a fast decision. The answer to this question is subjective. This is a good question. To make a long story short, it can be challenging, but it really depends on the person's experience in the military. You can ask one person like myself about their experience in the military and I got a million horror stories for you. But you can ask another person the same question and they got the joys of the world. And there's so many factors as to why our experiences may be different though we're in the same Navy. It could be from this person had a great chain of command, I had a shitty chain of command. Maybe this person had a good work ethic, this person had a bad work ethic, and the way that his chain of command, his or her chain of command treated him was based off of their work ethic. Maybe this person got orders to somewhere that's like a great place to live while this person got Virginia. My point is that yes, the military can be challenging, but it's very difficult for me to tell you whether or not it's going to be challenging for you, because not only does it depend on the individual's ability to adjust to the military lifestyle, but it also depends on things that are out of your control. So if you decide to join, you're taking a risk. There's really no other way around it. The best thing that I could say for you and your girlfriend is, well, one, you need to decide whether or not you want her to stay your girlfriend. Because as a girlfriend, she's not going to be entitled to any type of benefits in the military. The military don't take girlfriends seriously. Either she your wife, your dependent, or she ain't. Not necessarily telling you that you should get married, because shit, that's a video within itself. The best advice I could give you if you're worried about your mentality being challenged in the military is to formulate a plan for you to be successful outside of the military if this does not work in your favor. And if you find yourself having mental challenges, make sure that you get the help on the military's dime where you can, whether that's medication, whether that's seeing a therapist. That way, when you get out, Veterans Affairs may compensate you some money based off of mental difficulties that you have that is because of the military. Next question says, hey bruh, I'm leaving for the Navy in a couple of months. I found you off YouTube. I'm going in at the age of 28. Don't ask why. Just know I went through a lot of bullshit. Do you have any advice for a ninja like me? So I do have a video on the channel about joining the military at an older age. The best advice that I could give to you at the age of 28 is to start maturing, start learning about money, and put your pride to the side. Because there's a good chance you're about to have some 18, 19-year-olds that's in charge of you, that you have a decade worth of life experience over, that's gonna be able to tell you what to do and can talk mad shit to you if you don't do it. Hell, even if you do it, they might talk mad shit to you. And if you're a very prideful person where you can't fathom the idea of somebody a decade younger, or if you're older, potentially even more, telling you what to do, going in enlisted in the military may not be for you. Now, if you can go in as an officer, that might be different, because by default, once you become an officer, you're already higher ranking than all of the enlisted side. Next question says, hello there. I've been watching your videos on YouTube and they are very informative and funny. Thanks, I try. I've been having a lot of people talking shit in the comment section lately. I will be shipping out for boot camp on March 8th. What advice would you give a 38-year-old single parent that's a homebody and has never been out of the state of Florida? Do you have a video I can watch on YouTube about joining the military in your late 30s? I feel like I may be clowned for being the old lady. Thanks for any advice you can give. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. People in the military talk shit. There's definitely gonna be some individuals that's gonna talk about your age in the military because your age and your rank is not lining up to what they're normally seeing people your age be in the military. Because I've said this on videos back, the military is really a young man or a young woman's game. And a lot of the shit that you would be willing to tolerate at a younger age, you just don't want to tolerate once you get older. Now, I'm not saying that you should not join. I don't know your life circumstances, and if you're considering the military, there's probably a good reason. And if the military can offer you what it is that you need and what you're looking for, then do it, join. But no, people are gonna talk shit. There's not really too much you can do about it other than, well, you know, the thing that I like to do is to not give a fuck. As far as never leaving the state of Florida, that's nothing to worry about. Even though I don't like traveling with the military anymore, because of the military, I've been able to do so much traveling, and I love traveling. Like I never would have, like, it's one of my favorite things to do now. My advice is to just be a little open-minded. Trust me, there's so much more in the world than Florida at the moment. Next question. I have a question. I don't know if you know a lot about but ABH, is it a good MOS? Spell check, people. But I get what he's asking. He's saying he doesn't know if I know a lot about ABH, which is Aviation Boatswain's Mate Handler. Yes, I know a shitload about it because that's my rate in the Navy. Would I recommend this rate? No, hell no. I'm not even gonna like fuck the drum rolls. Our quotas for advancement is extremely low all the fucking time. The work that we do is extremely dangerous, and many people have died from it. From getting burned to the first degree, getting your heads cut off. The job is extremely fucking dangerous with low quotas for advancement. You're overworked like a motherfucker. I'm talking about shit on deployment. For me, a minimum 16-hour working days, and that was a good day. Clearly, I have to talk about my own rate in extensive detail, so I will go over that in a future video. Just know that I overall would not recommend the rate of being an ABH. Pick a different job. Next question says, basically, I'm trying to see a video or an explanation of how someone can use the military to pay off student loans. The Navy offers student loan repayment up to $65K, which I only owe $60K. I just heard a lot of horror stories going about this or trying to deal with it. Meanwhile, the other branches don't offer as much in repayment plans. A lot of people go into the military for the free education benefits to avoid debt. But if you've already accumulated debt and you're trying to figure out a way to get rid of said debt, forget the horror stories. The story that you need to know is always going to be on paper. Before you start signing shit, make sure that you read everything there is to know about what you're signing. Then you don't got to worry about a horror story because you don't got to get hit by any type of surprises. And if getting out of debt is why you're joining the military, who am I to tell you that that's a bad thing to do? Figure out which branch can get you out of debt. Talk to your recruiters to see if their branch is giving you what you're looking for, which in this case would be to get out of debt, and read everything thoroughly before you sign it. That way you don't have to avoid horror stories. You know the whole story and anything that could go sideways. I hope that answers your question. The next question says, hey man, I'm coming from your YouTube and I have a question about BAH. To make this simple, the main question is, when I get out of my duty station, orders in AIT, how can I choose to live off base, and when/how am I going to have time to look and move into a home? Well, this depends on a few things. If you are an E4 over 4 years of service, an E5 or above in rank, or you're married in the military, you will be receiving BAH, or basic allowance for housing. Now, if none of those three things apply to you, there's a good chance that you might be staying in a barracks. But for the sake of your question, let's just say that you are getting BAH, like you're already getting BAH. Talk to your chain of command about something known as house hunting leave. Most commands will grant you 10 days of free leave to find a place to live once you get to that command. Some commands will allow you to take your house hunting leave while you're at the command you're about to transfer from before you get to your new one. And some commands are more of a stickler and they want you to wait until you get to your new command before you take any house hunting leave. Either way, you're normally guaranteed 10 free days of leave that is not charged against the regular amount of leave days that you already have stacked up and saved to find a place to live. To make a long story short, if you're in America and you're receiving BAH, you are not forced to live on the base. I don't know, maybe if you're in Japan or some shit and like military members are fucking up, but like under normal circumstances of being in America, if you're receiving BAH, you don't have to live on base. You can go somewhere else. Just ask for your house hunting leave in advance. This one says, hello, Mr. M. Larry. I would like to be in Navy, but am still high schooling. Can you advise that would enable my dream came to pass? What the fuck?
So it's like meant to you're supposed to get like bullshit gifts for people.
It's like a game, kind of like a funny game.
Right.
Like they'll give you a pocket pussy or something.